It's not often that we shift our attention and focus away from the extravagant, highly popular next-gen Piston Cup racers and take a look back retrospectively on the Cars 2 World Grand Prix racers, all of which have extremely unique designs and, of course, personalities. And as you can see, they also have a ton of variations. And in this video today here on the Disney Docket channel, we'll be taking a look at the newest of the World Grand Prix variations, being Silver Miguel Camino from Thailand. Because as you may or may not know, Silver Miguel was already released from China back in 2011, exclusive to Kmart, and then in 2015, exclusive to Walmart. And I did do a review on the Walmart line, so I'll toss that link in the description below in case you want to check it out, and the card suggestion pop-up. And also in this video, I mean, it's a crazy video. We got a ton of stuff going on. We'll also be reviewing this fantastic custom from Cars and Stuff of a corrected regular Miguel Camino with the painted windows and the black spoiler. You can see right off the bat here that those are both accurate to his artwork there and of course to the movie, even though the classical version of Miguel that Mattel has been making for 9 years now has painted windows yellow and a red spoiler for some strange reason. So very exciting. I mean, look at all the variations. We have a canceled Miguel with flames. We got bonus collector cards. Who's that guy in the background? I don't know. We're going to find out. So starting with his package here, he was introduced to the Blue Desert line in 2020 singles case D, which I unboxed a little over a month ago. But if you missed it or just want to check it out again, I'll toss the link in the description and card suggestion pop-up. He was then reissued in case E as well. So he is in the Silver Collection series, and you can see a silhouette there of McQueen. So that implies to me that we may get a Silver Cars 3 Lightning McQueen in the future. At least I'd be definitely looking forward to that if that were the case. The card's actually fine, but the blister's all busted, so it's a perfect one to open. Card, I guess, isn't the best either. But yeah, I actually found one of these. I didn't buy it, but I found it at the O'Reilly Auto Parts store in a local town. And I'm sure, you know, it's a place that you can go and find throughout the United States. I don't believe it's regionally based or anything like that. But yeah, they were getting in case D, or at least little snippets of it, and I was able to find them. And a lot of people are finding them more, you know, regularly at Target and Walmart. But for me personally, before the quarantine, I did find it at O'Reilly. So you can see Silver Collection up there. Stylish and speedy, these shining racers pay homage to the roots of racing. I don't quite understand how they pay homage to the roots of racing, but either way, very happy to have them. You can see Silver Miguel, Silver Jackson, and Silver Chick Hicks, all of which were released previously. These two were in case C. And I also will include a link to the Silver playlist, which I have now, because of the fact that there are so many of these Silver racers. There's also Silver Tim, Silver the King, so a lot of cool ones that are being released. But yeah, I'll be right back with this guy all opened up. So here is Silver Miguel all opened up, looking phenomenal. And just to preface, although I'm sure you guys know where he appears in Cars 2, I will toss a couple images there of Miguel from the World Grand Prix. He didn't speak or anything, but everybody knows who he is. Like, it's very unfortunate that only a couple of the World Grand Prix racers actually spoke in the movie, and yet we still feel so connected to all the other ones, and they have personalities just based on, you know, how we see them race. And how Miguel, I mean, he had a terrible time after being the first target of the lemons there, as you can see with Miguel with Flames, who unfortunately got canceled in 2017. And then he crashed into Shu Todoroki at Port La Corsa because Shu Todoroki was targeted by the lemons. So poor Miguel indeed. But anyways, we're going to start here with Silver Miguel and compare him to the Chinese version. I did want to review this guy because he seems pretty significant in terms of a difference. Some Thailand variations, they are very similar to their Chinese versions, and maybe they just have blurrier decals or whatever. But this, you can tell that, you know, they have different rims, which is pretty pretty crazy in my opinion. So first of all, the eyes are different. He's got a separate piece here for the eyes, whereas before it was actually part of the body, and the eyelids are a darker gray. They don't quite match the silver, which is a little unfortunate. That's why I feel like the Chinese version looks so good, because the eyelids just match everything. Taking a look at the amazing Spanish design here on the hood. It definitely seems to be a little darker on the Thailand version. Doesn't seem to be quite as vibrant, but I wouldn't say it looks, blurry or anything like that. Smiles are a little bit different. It looks like he's grinning a little bit more on the Thailand version. Headlights look pretty similar. Both have side view mirrors that are plastic inserted pieces. So of course now he has gold rims instead of the gray ones there. So the gray ones were the ones that he always had, as you can see on the normal Miguel. So this is kind of what they're doing with nearly every silver racer they've done except for Chick Hicks. They changed the colors of the rims from the normal version. So Chick's the only one that still has his normal yellow rims. But Jackson Storm, his got changed to blue. Tim Treadless got changed to orange, and the King got changed to blue. So very interesting while they're doing that. I feel like it's to add some contrast, but I definitely like it. And for this one, it definitely creates a little bit of a variation. So I can definitely tell that these decals are blurrier, though. All in all, World Grand Prix and his little emblem there with the Spanish flag coming off of it, number 5. That is way, way blurrier, unfortunately. But, what else are we going to expect? Actually, yeah, I cannot defend Thailand here. These 3 little dots seem to be like they are actually indented in the metal there, whereas here they're just painted on, so that's a plus, I guess. On the roof here, again, the decals just look darker to me. Definitely you can notice that here with the orange, you can see how that orange is way brighter than that because it looks so different from the red, but here they're kind of similar. And also, the orange only extends there on the Chinese version, whereas here it covers the entire, rest of the body there. So it leaves some silver open there. Here on the back, you can see powered by All in All World Grand Prix. So on the Chinese version here, again, you see clearer decals, Spanish flag, number 5. Yeah, it's really apparent here that the decals on the Thailand version are not good. No bueno, unfortunately. Las calcomanias, so no son buenos. Very sad to see. But if we're just focusing on the silver design itself, I actually kind of like it. If you just take a look here at this silver part, it seems just more realistic. It's kind of got a Zamak feel, whereas this is almost like just gray paint. But here it just looks a little grittier, and I do really like that about him. And I like the yellow rims a lot. Definitely adds an extra little tinge to him. I mean, I wouldn't have opened him up if he had the gray rims again. So it makes him kind of special. On the base here, you can see M50A. So he was produced in the 50th week of 2019, which is what the M stands for, at the A factory, made in Thailand. Here's the base for the other one. For some reason, a lot of the World Grand Prix racers have extremely flat bases, whereas most other cars have bases with some other stuff going on there, like Jackson has all that stuff. Whereas Miguel, overall it's pretty flat. So yeah, that is it for Silver Miguel. Now we're going to review the custom that I'm really excited about. So cars and stuff, I'll toss the name up there, and I'll put his eBay store in the description below if you'd like to check him out. Phenomenal job and extremely reasonably priced customs. You can see on his store there, he's got tons of customs similar to this one, where he changes the expression of a car or corrects it, very, very nicely done. Like he did the same for Raul Sarul. He corrected Raul. So definitely worth checking him out. So he used the Thailand Miguel for this custom. And so because of that, the decals are very glossy. He changed the expression up a little bit. So he's looking off to the left instead of the typical, just looking straight down the middle there. So, of course, now he painted the windows gray or added a decal. I can't quite tell which is accurate to the movie, whereas before they just painted right over it yellow, which doesn't really make sense. So this definitely looks more realistic. And you can see the blurrier Thailand decals though. So these should match because these are both Thailand. And then this is China versus Thailand. The best part about this though is the black spoiler, which unfortunately I don't understand why Mattel would not correct this over the years. They've corrected a lot of things, I give it to them, but they've always released Miguel with a red spoiler like that, and yet clearly in the movie it's black. The only time they ever kind of corrected this is with his neon version, where they included him with a black spoiler there. And unfortunately, a customizer couldn't just take this one and plop it on the other one because the World Grand Prix text there is neonified or highlighted, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, too bad about that. Now, one thing why we have the neon version out is they changed the rims on this guy too to a orange, and then you have the yellow there. So you have yellow, orange, and the gray decals for tires for Miguel. That's awesome. It's pretty cool how many variations Miguel has received over the years. But getting back to the custom here, really great job with the spoiler there, just making him look accurate to the movie. Nothing, obviously, the customizer could do about blurry Thailand decals, though. Let's see when this guy was produced. M05, so instead of 50, it's 05. So the 5th week of 2019. So yeah, he drilled apart this car and then glued them back together. Well done, Cars and Stuff. Definitely looking to buy some more stuff from you in the future. So now let's bring in some other variations of Miguel, starting with Miguel with Flames here. So like I said, this guy was canceled in 2017. He was supposed to be in the World Grand Prix series, I'm pretty sure. Or was there another series? I'm pretty sure it was just World Grand Prix that he was going to be in. Very, very rare. I was fortunate enough to get my hands on one, though. My favorite version of Miguel is the carbon fiber version here. Not only because they completely changed the rims to something, a design entirely different, but they also changed the spoiler to this different looking one, which I really like. Just gives a whole new look to Miguel, and they even painted his windows correctly in the back too. Just gives him an entirely new look, which is, really what the Carbon series did for all the racers. And because of that, it is my favorite TROC or Transcontinental Race of Champions series. Yeah, there's that one. Here is the Toys R Us exclusive from 2011 Metallic Miguel Camino. And I did review all of the variations of Miguel Camino at the time. I think it was in 2016. It was during the Christmas season, if I remember correctly. And I even know, I'm pretty sure who suggested the video. I have a phenomenal memory, but I will toss that link in the description and hopefully the card suggestion as well. So yeah, I did review most of these before, but I believe I didn't have Miguel with Flames at the time. And obviously I didn't have this one yet. And I don't even think I had this Carnival version of Miguel yet either. So this version, I love the tires that they did for the Carnival version. I know I unboxed this Carnival Miguel on camera, but I never really reviewed him. He's super cool though. Very rare nowadays too, for some reason. Here's another very popular Miguel Camino, and that is this Ice Racer version here, where he's got blue rims now, snowflake rims, and a blue spoiler. So pretty much all the red got replaced with blue. Very cool. And my least favorite version of Miguel, probably, is this neon version here. I'm very sorry to those neon fans out there. Just not a huge fan of how they all looked, but it was the initial TROC series, so gotta give it credit for that. And of course, we have the team members, Petro Cartolina as Miguel's crew chief, who I just unboxed in the last live stream last Sunday because I needed the collector card, which is this right here. Very happy to get this collector card now so I can use them in my thumbnails. Granted, though, I still did have Honk shows to use, which is this one here. Of course, Miguel Camino's Pity. Miguel Camino's got quite the entourage here. Of course, incorrect tires, though. Come on, Honk Show. We both know those tires are not correct after taking such a close look at them today. But yeah, these collector cards are different, so that's cool. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. My question for you today is, which silver card that has been released so far is your favorite? So the options are, of course, Silver Miguel, my personal favorite, Silver the King, my second personal favorite, Tim Treadless, and then Jackson Storm and Mr. Chickheck. So let me know in the comments below. I will grade Silver Miguel from Thailand a C+. Not a fan of the decals, not a fan of the eyes, not a fan of the darker decals, but the rims are cool, and I'm so happy that they're giving a little bit more attention to World Grand Prix racers during a time that seems so focused on next gens. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys this weekend for hopefully a special video, assuming that it arrives in time for me to do a video on. Yeah, it's something that's coming in the mail. It's going to be really cool when it comes, and hopefully that is soon. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you then. Bye now. Yep, it's a Fernando Alonso.